Darwin Sujiman BN, your freelance newsreader. Top story number 1. ASEAN Power Grid. The ASEAN Power Grid, first conceptualized in 1990s as a set of cross-border transmission lines that could connect the electricity infrastructure of all 10 members, was initially seen as a way for the region to improve electricity access, increase energy security, and stimulate economic development through sharing resources and trading power across borders. But substantial hurdles remain, like finance gap, the absence of regional transmission charts, and dispute resolution mechanism, said Dr. Mirza. Negotiations to extend the Laos-Singapore hydropower deal were stuck because of Singapore's disagreement over Thailand's and Malaysia's request to guarantee purchase of a fixed amount of electricity to cover transmission costs. The fact that there is no central authority or clear rules in ASEAN to navigate these competing energy interests, unlike in Central America or Europe, make negotiations tricky, say analysts. But the reality is very different in ASEAN. The way that countries operate is still loose coordination and in some cases competition, she said. It is a mercantilist organization at the end of the day, and where there can be cooperation, but it's not harmonized, coordinated, and integrated. Meanwhile, just as important as clearing regulatory roadblocks is addressing the potential ground-level impact of ASEAN grid integration on local communities. Hydropower plants, for example, have been known to displace large communities and block the movement of fish and nourishing sediment in waterways. Neglect that, and the current political hurdles blocking process on ASEAN power grid would be compounded by opposition from communities at the start of the power line. Top story number 2. America Dream. Take the sour mood of voters. A Pew poll published in July found that only 53% of Americans still believe there is American dream, while 41% say it used to exist but has now crumbled. No wonder Trump keeps declaring that America dream is dead. The message packs a punch. But one often overlooked irony is that when the dream concept was first popularized back in 1931, it was not defined primarily in economic terms. Rather, it is a dream of social order in which each man and each woman shall be able to attain to the fullest stature of which they are innately capable, and be recognized by others for what they are, regardless of birth or position. Respect, inclusion, freedom, and democracy matter. The American dream has lured tens of millions of all nations to our shores in the past century. But for Trump, geography is central. He believes that dream is dying because hordes of immigrants are poisoning a sacred American homeland. Business donors are remodeling 3 historic buildings to create a museum that will champion the American dream, to provide beacon of hope. The museum is slated to feature a host of immigrant non-white faces, many of whom are running America's most successful companies in tech and other spheres. Top story number 3. Curb consumerism. There are many customers whose behavior does not square with their professed sustainability belief. To be fair, complete obedience to sustainability ethos is unrealistic. It would mean not eating meat, giving up overseas holiday, never using disposable, and some would argue foregoing parenthood. What we should do and can do, however, is to curb our overall consumption. We should ask if purchase under consideration is worth resources of the earth that go into making it. Before we relegate anything to discard pile, we ought to check with ourselves on whether we have obtained as much use out of the product as possible. Top story number 4. Advantage of aging world. The world should aim to increase the birth rate for fiscal reasons, for cultural figure. But an aging population has one thing to be said for it, and it isn't said enough. Basic order becomes easier to maintain. The old might vote for such radical propositions such as Brexit and jabber about them online, but street politics, the kinetic expression of grievance, that is a 20-somethings game. A glut of youngsters and of prime-age men in particular can be too much even for authoritarian state to contain. But chronic society disorder was worse in the past. We have democracy declined to thank for it. For a while now, societies have been too old to run amok. Something happens in those middle 30s, some internal ebbing that must be grounded into biological change. It is the age when athletes tend to retire. Energy goes, but the anger goes also. And if it is not enough to subdue, and if it is enough to subdue an individual, imagine the aggregate public effect. Top story number 5. Black Myth, Wukong, Journey to the West. Millions of people around the world are obsessed by a virtual role-playing extravaganza based on 16th century Chinese novel about trickster monkey, a naive monk, a laconic hermit, and a libidinous pig. Black Myth Wukong, The Journey to the West is a historical adventure that takes monks from 7th century China to India on a quest for Buddhist scripture. Black Myth have morphed Journey to the West personages for video game efficiencies, but for several of superpower in the book stay in the game. For example, Wukong can multiply into army of monkeys to attack his foes. The golden headband that sometimes appears on Wukong's forehead in the novel, it is the only way the Buddhist monk can control his formidable monkey bodyguard, reciting magic syllables to tighten the band like a vice, torturing Wukong until he follows orders. But Black Myth Wukong also plays into another agenda, for taking game players around into fantastical China and making the real China more attractive to foreigners. Sun Wukong has also become latest popular gift to the world, and it is the world, not China, that will decide what it will do with the present. Top story number 6. Swimmer, Yip Pin Xiu. Anywhere in Singapore, any mention of para sport and swimming, Yip Pin Xiu name will inevitably come up. The 32-year-old host burgeoning trophy cabinet includes 5 Paralympic gold medals, is easily one of the country's most recognizable para athletes. The veteran swimmer who has Charcot-Marie-Tooth disease, which caused the progressive loss of muscle tissue and touch. A lot of people see the victories, but they don't see the difficult part behind it. As cliche as it sounds, the blood, sweat, and tears that go behind it, say Yip Pin Xiu. It is very hard for me to answer the question on retirement, but not this time around because we are hosting World Championship next year, and I do want to race on home ground one more time. Then after that, 3 years more, who knows? Darwin Sugiman BN sign off, your freelance newsreader.